That seems pretty good. Nice work, dude. Nice work. Those proxy mines are a hell of a lot of fun. Dirty Bomb reminds me a lot of my time spent in BF2 back in the day, so it's quite nostalgic. In a way. I kind of want this thing... I think I want this thing in this corner, but that's where the camera is. It's gonna fuck up the camera. Could move it like this. That looks pretty cool. Simple, but effective. Let's take a look at the other chains real quick again. See if there's anything similar. All of the others seem to hang down super low, if I recall. Wait, there is this one. Whoops. Oh yeah, that is exactly what we need. Oh yes. Why would that chain ever be there? Does it make any sense at all? No. No. But it's beautiful. Maybe if I put a hook on it and we can be like, it's a hook chain. Everyone needs a hook chain. It's all about the hook chain. This is gonna look terrible. That's not too bad, I guess. Oh, you can see it like clipping through there. It makes no sense. With something on the hook. I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure. I'll leave it like that for now. Pretty sure that would look cooler if it was off-center more. Whoops. Oh, nice, dude. Enjoy the Dota. And thanks for the lurk, bro. Appreciate the support there. Okay, let's build the lights and see if there's any dark spaces left. I feel like the light behind the yellow should be higher. It's gonna, like where it is now, it's kind of gonna be irritating when you're trying to shoot a player that's on yellow. This could be a bit too bright. I think maybe I should use the floor light instead. Like this. I get the feeling this should be on this side. Them crates though. That's pretty dope. I might actually be able to add the paint texture. I think it should be lower. I think there should be some white bricks at the top too. That's probably okay, right? I'm pretty sure it's okay. Don't freak out, I'm just gonna try something crazy for a second. This is quite amusing because if you fall into the lava you can't get back up. You can double jump off there. This could actually be a pretty good change. The advantage, of course, is that it becomes easier to shoot red from the window. Yep, I quite like this. I'm gonna try it. Fuck it, let's just do it. If there's some fundamental issues with it, it's definitely gonna get found by the players. And I can easily solve it. Surprised I never tried this in the past. It's pretty cool. You can't climb up to plasma still. Awesome. I like the fact that it makes the lava even more punishing. Like, if you get pushed down, there's no way that you can jump up easily. And from here you can spam it way easier. Ooh, direct. That's a hell of a lot of fun to do. Okay. These tiles, just being a beast, try that. I can actually put one of those, one of these lights into that room and close the ceiling. Where'd it go? Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try this. How high should the ceiling be, though? It's kind of emitting light from above somehow. It doesn't really make sense. Is it supposed to be on a chain or something? Can you even tell? Yeah, you can. Pretty sure these pipes are the least realistic element right now. This tunnel, this like corridor may need some illumination. These seem a little bit too bright here. I'm kind of tempted to use the spotlight instead. They seem to work okay in other locations, but I think it's due to the ceiling reflecting so much light back down. I could have a spotlight in here, actually. Huge improvement. I think this area is slightly too dark. I could include a spotlight here or place a wall light here. This area is good. I'm not going to include any lighting because it really has an outdoor feel to it right now. It feels like you're actually outside of the main map. Take a look at this red shit. It's very dark, like I can barely even tell that that is red. So maybe some more lighting in this room is needed. In fact, instead of this wall light, this type, I could use this type again. It could be too much though to have 3 in a single room. Okay, completely missed this texture. Nice. Oh, shit. Hey Zephyr, welcome back, sir. A few changes have been made, I guess. We've added some details to this room. Redid the lighting in this area. It's now spotlights on the ceiling. The same with these two locations. This platform has been elevated. That's quite a significant change. Obviously, it's not purely aesthetical. It is a gameplay change. But this area is a bit too dark still. It's very hard to tell this is a red texture. So I'm going to try to illuminate this space a little bit more. Right now, I'm just going to add a spotlight here, I think. Because this area is also kind of dark. If that doesn't look too good, I'll probably add a wall light onto this wall. I like this change because it makes red even more dangerous, which it should be. Nice, dude. I'm glad it's looking pretty good. I think... oh yeah, I added a light here too, so that this area is kind of illuminated. Probably gonna throw one into this space as well. Let's try building. It's the second time I've misspelt build. I have a feeling that using a wall light over here is probably going to look better than this spotlight. It's probably going to provide some illumination to the stairs as well. I feel like this area is kind of too dark. Probably going to go ahead and increase the size of that piece. And place another spotlight. Actually, I could potentially do one of those big lights. Probably shouldn't though, probably should stick to a spotlight. Oh, that looks really nice on the bricks. So these pillars are the only thing that I really have an issue with. It's just these textures, they really don't fit. They look completely out of place. And there doesn't seem to be a better alternative. So I'm tempted to make these not pipes, you know, make them pillars instead. Maybe even remove this one. I mean, it serves absolutely no purpose other than slowing down the time it takes to build a light map. So, and this one too, again, serves no real purpose. Purely a detail. This pillar is not going to make much sense because it's literally supporting nothing. But I don't really see any other choice. Actually, I could make it like broken at the top. But then you would be able to jump onto it. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Okay, let's use the breeze block. Seems to be the traditional method. And now I could put the red stripe onto this instead of onto this platform. I mean, it seems like a huge improvement already. It just looks more consistent with the overall theme now. I'm not actually very good at visual design. I can design mechanically, but when it comes to making things look good, I'm no expert, but I still think this pillar is a huge improvement. Nice red stripe there, looking pretty badass. Maybe it's a bit too high. This pillar really does make zero sense. Why is this pillar here? There needs to be some kind of explanation for it. I could just stick like a huge piece of wall on top. Probably gonna look terrible if I do that though. How's it going, guys? Real? I mean, it looks good like this, and then you look up and you're like, what? Hold on a second. I'm sure there's supposed to be a ceiling right there. I know that feel, bro. What do you mean you're eating? I guess you mean you're eating. I am extremely hungry right now. Sounds pretty damn good. You're helping me build a healthy appetite. could actually lower the red platform, because right now you can actually use it to double jump up to this area, which is actually fairly strong in a way. If I lowered it by 16 units, you would no longer be able to do that, but you would still not, whoops, not be able to get out of the lava straight up to the red. That does seem quite powerful, but if your opponent's watching you from this window, they can still fuck you up. Drop a rocket there, drop a rocket there, and there. As you make that motion, you're probably going to get wrecked. Whereas if you go straight back down, you're actually kind of safer. Like, if that's the safest option if your opponent's at the window. I don't know if I would say that the flow was better with the higher platform. You could be right, though. You could be right. And the thing is, it's not overpowered essentially because you actually expose yourself even more. Well, yeah, kind of. But that is generally a good thing for red armor. It shouldn't be easy to take a red armor and immediately run. Thing is, if you disengage low like that, it's basically the same. It's essentially the same. And if you disengage high, no, before you had to go from like the midpoint on the stairs and turn back, whereas now you can go up to this part, which is fine too because you're easily visible from the window. So I think you're right that this is better, to have it high like this. It definitely feels good. Okay. Yeah, that's true. It does make the red more exposed. Only ever so slightly, but it is definitely easier to hit. And if someone is jumping across to the platform, and then you fire the rocket, even if you just catch them with the edge of the splash and push them down into the slime, they can't immediately recover by getting straight back onto the red, which is just absolute devastation. They have to double jump from there, or go back to this and try to jump again, or go up here, I guess, and drop down. This ramp feels strange now that it's slightly less steep, but I think it's a good change still. Wow, this area is super bright now. It was like incredibly dark before, and now it's extremely bright. Is that central? Doesn't look right. I think I want to move that 8 units. Okay, let's take a look at the pillar situation again. What can we do with this shit? It probably would be quite hilarious if you could stand on top. Free sniping point to yellow. Not sure if that's OP or not. It's probably too OP. Yeah, I won't really know for sure, of course, but I still have to make a decision about it, so I need to try to determine whether it's going to be too strong. And the fact that you can just wait for your red to spawn on the pillar and like spam over to the yellow and the TP exit from Mega is like really, really, really quite strong. And red room should be a complete punishment. Like, if you're in this room getting red, you should be punished in every way imaginable. There's choke points for you to try to get through, that's punishing. There's slime everywhere, that's punishing. Your opponent can hit you from this window, that's punishing. And if you can stand on here and spam this TP exit and this yellow and then just drop down to red, that completely negates, or well, it negates a lot of the punishing elements of this room. So it's my belief, or it's my prediction, that it's going to be too strong. I mean, it's easy if you just use a rocket jump though, and if someone's desperate and they really want like to hit yellow, they're just gonna like run into this room and then like rocket jump on top and then start spamming. Yeah, this is a big change. This is great. Raising this platform has made red so much more dangerous to acquire. I'm definitely going to need to go ahead and take another break soon. I'm pretty sure, when did I take the last break? Like, years ago. It's almost been 9 hours into the stream so far. I don't want any deep pools of lava in this room, or any of the rooms. So that would be my argument there, so it's just too strong. Even if falling meant that you fell into a bunch of lava, yeah, it would be too dumb. Like if you fell in here and then you wouldn't be able to get back out easily, and you wouldn't be able to double jump off there. It would be like CPM 24, you'd be swimming around in here melting and dying, and it would just be a bit too ridiculous in the name of trying to balance some kind of strange pillar thing. The easier option is to remove the pillar, and then red room works nicely. Well, not remove the pillar, but, you know, make it tall. I think this is perfect. I mean, it's from a mechanical standpoint, this room is perfect. From a visual standpoint, this pillar looks wrong. Yeah, I'm sure Hal will play it eventually. If I could get like Hal and Rocky or one of the other like top 5 guys. I mean, there was a game where Rocky and I think Mazu played this map like once, and then Rocky was like, "No, fuck this, I'm out." And then Mazu stuck around and played like a whole bunch more games. So it was pretty cool, but Rocky didn't really take any time to learn the map or really take it very seriously, so it wasn't like a true test. But there's plenty of time in the future, and hopefully this map will actually be inducted into some tournament map pools fairly soon anyway, so that will bring a lot of high skill players to it. So much easier to spam red now from here. So much easier. Before you used to have to like get right to this edge and like almost jump even. Yep, have to agree with you there, Kaisriel. I mean, I'm pretty sure that like most of the top, say 10 or 25 players in Reflex have all played this map now. And I've gotten feedback from most of them. Some people say these choke points, these corridors are too small, and that going for a 128 base width for the corridors is too tight, too claustrophobic, and it needs to be increased by at least 32 units. That's what some people believe. Other people believe this is literally the best map the community has made so far. Of course, personally, I am in the party of believing this is the best map so far. But why would I make a map that isn't the best it could possibly be? That wouldn't make sense. But I'm probably going to get myself the upscaling script, or rather the scaling script, and try scaling this map up on the horizontal axes by 25%, which will be a 32 unit increased width for these corridors and these platforms, etc. Just to see how it looks. I don't believe it's a necessary change, but it's just one I'm curious about trying, because so many people have said that they would prefer the more open, wider style. But there is a reason that I opted for the scale which I used. It's all part of the plan. And I think largely it's because most people have become used to these wide open maps like the THC maps and the DP maps and things. Whereas this is more of an old school variant of level design, almost. So I think some people just have a hard time adjusting. Well, it really, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you just want to win games, like by any means necessary, including imbalanced maps, then it makes complete sense to make these corridors wider, etc., etc., because it becomes far easier to escape from Red Room if these corridors are 32 units or even 64 units wider, as you would see on, let's say, THCT2, where all of the doorways and corridors are fucking massive. But if you're actually thinking about things like from a design perspective, not just a player perspective who wants to win like every possible situation, these choke points are absolutely necessary to make red more punishing. You should always be at a huge disadvantage when taking red, and your opponent should always have many opportunities presented to trap you in the room and spam at you and everything from all over the place, which is exactly what this map facilitates. But people want to be able to like fight in this corridor alone, just in like this space. They want to be able to have a 1v1 in this space where either player could win. Like, they want there to be all this room to move around and dodge rockets and things. It's like, no, if you've gone into Red Room, you have to accept the fact that you have to escape through one of these choke points, and it's not going to be easy. But you have a red armor now to do it with. So that's the trade-off, you know? You have to take a risk to retrieve that red, and then to escape with it is difficult. It's not just a cakewalk. Yeah, this map, it becomes much more psychological, and there's a lot more opportunities to stop jumping around and strafing around and just go silent, and then really confuse your opponent. When they stop hearing your footsteps, they think like, which way is he going? Is he trying to exit from low? Is he trying to exit from high? Or whatever. And you also have other options, like use a rocket jump. If you've just picked up red, and you really, really need to disengage, use a rocket jump to propel yourself quickly out of one of the exits before your opponent has a chance to realize and position to spam. Or use a rocket jump simply to navigate through your spam, like between the rockets. I mean, between the opponent's rockets. Like, if you take this red and then you're like jumping through here, it's you're clearly telling your opponent that you're taking the lower exit. But if you like jump up here and your opponent's up at that window and then you stop here and then your opponent thinks like, oh shit, he's like using the lower exit, then just silently walk back up here and walk out. And if your opponent's smart, they might realize that you're tricking them. But if not, you'll just silently walk out safely through the top exit. And then you've got to think about the psychology of the double bluff and the triple bluff, and the metagame never stops evolving, you know? You could take this red, go down here, fake like you're exiting low with a fake jump or something, and then go top, then check this window again, and then you realize your opponent's come back to the window, and then you spam more, and then you could like fake again that you're going down, and then use this ramp jump, and then spam up, and if they've gone to that side of the map and dropped down over to this platform here to spam into this entranceway, then you're safe to leave up here. Like, you've got to try to deceive your opponent and skillfully deal with the challenge that the map presents you. It's not just that every area is a huge open battlefield in which you can freely have fights and potentially win them. No, you're actually at a disadvantage in certain areas, and that's how map balance works. I mean, if you examine all of the CPM maps, they exhibit these exact features, where certain areas can be punished more easily, etc., etc. Why is the slime so bright? Because it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's my favorite thing in the world. I just love this slime. I knew from the minute that I placed the slime in this map that it's just going to be my favorite thing. This corridor seems too bright now. It's like it's too much. Maybe I should remove this one and see how that looks. I have to admit, this bolt room was way too green before. It was far too green. But adding these dark bricks to this wall made a huge difference, and removing the ceiling too helps, of course. This corridor? Oh, you mean it was okay? It wasn't too bright? It seemed really bright in contrast to some of the other areas of the map, to me. I think this is an improvement. Let's take a look when it's 100%. I mean, it just gets really dark over here now. Like this, just this corner seems way too dark. Oh, god damn it. It's too bright, it hurts your eyes? Man, that's crazy. It looks fine to me. I mean, this area there's a lot of slime, it looks quite bright, but even here it's fine. For me at least. I could move this. Oh, my voice is going. 32 units outwards, like that. Could help slightly. remove the spot in the middle. Yeah, it's true because there is light coming from this room and a small amount of green light in here. And also you do, like when you triple jump on these stairs, you actually slide across this ceiling. So having no light there is better as well. Let's take a look now. I really like this just brick area down here. Like when you look down at this mega health once the lighting is all done and everything with this brick and this platform here and stuff, it almost looks like a real world location. I feel like it's really captured that kind of industrial complex feel. I'm curious as to whether there are any more areas where I can use that brick texture just to introduce it a bit more. Possibly not, though. I mean, it's featured fairly prominently, I guess. I mean, this area's practically 100% bricks. And then there's this bit. You know, I'm not sure if light can actually pass through this stuff. I mean, it must be able to, right? Again, it just seems too dark. I'm pretty sure I just have to include all 3 lights and have a very bright corridor. I'm pretty sure my config is like fully default. I've never fucked with it. But I mean, there's really nothing I can do, you know. I'm gonna use the slime, and I'm not the one who decided how bright it would be. It just is that bright. Okay, let's get this sucker back in because it's too dark. Maybe I could remove the light from in here and just have it as like a dark storage area thing. See how that looks. In one of the extremely early alpha versions of this map, those crates were actually in this room. And it was fucking terrible. It was literally like one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life. So I decided to lock the crates away in a side room. We're actually going to be able to tell if light can pass through this thing now. So it's kind of like an Easter egg if you're aware of how the map was in early alpha. You get to see that the crates have been essentially placed under arrest in this room so that they can no longer ruin anyone's maps. Well, yeah, they kind of do counteract it slightly, just by providing some white or yellowish light. Okay, I'm just going to move around through the map, and then if any area seems extremely dark for some reason, I'm going to address it. This area seems a little bit too dark. I could put a spotlight here. This seems to be illuminated fine. This whole room is green, so it's fine. This area very bright, but if we can bring the other areas up in brightness... Oh, that just looks fucked up. Look at that. Definitely gonna switch that back to the old style. Okay, and let's grab one of these spotlights. Place it here. Okay, that looks like an improvement. Well, I trust that it's extremely bright. And there's something about mapping, like as soon as I start mapping, I just have insomnia. It's like I can't stop until it's finished. I just can't stop. And I'm gonna have to eat at some point though, so eventually I'm gonna be forced to take down the stream, otherwise I'll starve to death. Oh yeah, I mean... And that's the kind of config I would want to be playing with. The one on the left just seems incredibly dull. Okay, let's take a look now. This area seems fairly well illuminated. This is kind of dark, but that was the intention. It's kind of like an outdoor area. This seems okay. It's primarily illuminated by the slime. This area is fine. I'm pretty sure this is all fine. That red pillar there looks pretty good. Like when it was down here, I think the green light just made it look black essentially. feel like maybe I should lower this one. I mean, I like the position it's in, but this area seems quite dark. I guess it's just gonna have to be quite dark. Okay, here's like the largest quantity of slime that the world has ever seen. That immediately makes a lot more sense to my brain, at least. Well, it looks basically the same as what I'm seeing. Maybe slightly brighter. Oh yeah, that's much brighter. It's almost like a solid green texture.